morning. This is Dr. Cheryl Action Jackson. Thank you so much for joining me again on this beautiful Saturday morning. I hope that your week was as great as mine was. We actually opened up our second location for Minnie's Food Pantry at the Bronx Regional High School in New York City. And when I tell you there wasn't a dry eye in the building, it was simply amazing. And I'll have Erica Simon, my Director of Operations. She'll be on the show later and we'll discuss how impactful that was to ourselves as well as to the people that we served at the high school. But we just want to start off by going straight to Discovering Dallas with Cynthia Smoot, because there's so much happening in our beautiful city and we want to make sure that you're in the loop. And so, of course, it's Cynthia. Cynthia has to be the one that tells us what's happening in Dallas. Cynthia, how are you today?
Good morning. I'm always happy to be here because there is always so much going on in the city.
I know.
I love bringing you the golden nuggets, the best of the best.
And you do it every time. Let's back a little bit. We had the launch of Pat and Emmett's show.
Yes.
Wasn't that phenomenal?
It was so great. I love seeing that the other side of them. Really the personal side that nobody gets to see.
Right.
You know, behind closed doors in their house, Pat with her bonnet on, Emmett
needs
playing
to do a
Candy
bonnet
Crush.
line. I'm sorry, but Pat needs to do a bonnet line because she loves those bonnets.
Yeah, so I'm really hopeful that OWN will decide that they want to move forward with that as a series, because I think that there's a lot of the story still to be told.
That's so true. That's so true. So congratulations again to Pat and Emmett. What a wonderful show. My husband and I, we watched it, and he was just like, oh, Emmett's right. Dinner needs to be ready between 6 and 7. I was like, get out of here. Pat needs some help, and you know what? I do too. So come on with it. So good luck to you, Pat and Emmett. We hope that OWN picks up that show, and let the world continue to see what it's like being Pat Smith, right? The Mrs. Smith.
So let's talk about what's happening this weekend.
Let's do it.
All day today and tomorrow at the Dallas Galleria, as if you needed a reason to go to the Galleria, they're having their annual Beauty Live event. It's hosted by Holly Quatero and Steve Kimball. And throughout the shopping center, you'll have beauty stops where you can, discover the latest smoky eye, get a bang trim or a braid, get a glam lip, and, kind of discover like the new trends in makeup. All of this is free, and there will be special seminars every hour on the hour from beauty experts talking about the latest trends and tips and beauty hacks. So it's just a great weekend of beauty. The big day is Sunday at 1 o'clock. Steve Kimball will be interviewing Johnny Weir, who's an Olympic figure skater and now fashion commentator, and he's going to be sharing his sort of celeb scoop and gossip on trends. And then at 2 o'clock, I hope everybody will come out because I will be interviewing the Real Housewives of Dallas, Leanne Locken and Tiffany Hendra, all about their beauty and style secrets.
Oh, wow, that's phenomenal. A little known secret is that when we started Minnie's Food Pantry, it was back then known as the Giving Movement First, and we were part of the very first Beauty Live. And we did these huge giveaways, $25,000 in beauty and makeup from doctors and doctor services, from teeth to cosmetic surgery, etc. So I'm so glad that Beauty Live is still going. Steve Kimball was a part of it back then, and that Steve just keeps on ticking, doesn't he?
Well, it's great because you can, literally there are stops all throughout the Galleria, and so you can get, free makeup touch-ups and, free bang trims and all kinds of beauty samples. You can register for giveaways. So there's all kinds of fun and free stuff, not only information you can take in, but product that you'll be able to get as well.
I love it. I love it. I love what they've created over at the Galleria.
So you can get more information and the schedule of events at the Galleria's website.
Fantastic, fantastic. What else do we have coming up?
Well,
Cynthia?
I have to give myself a little personal plug because, I'm a blogger. I love what I do. And there are millions of people out there who have started blogs. It's such an amazing way to really give voice to whatever your personal passion is. And so there's a group in Dallas called the Social Media Club of Dallas. They are a networking organization of people who are involved in social media, primarily on a professional level, but they have monthly meetings. And this next one on April 14th, I will be a speaker on a panel discussion that they're having called Blog Mania to Blog Sanity. And so there will be several speakers, myself, let me see who else is going to be there, the executive director of North Texas Beer Week and co-founder of the Dallas Brew Society, someone from Erickson, Ed Bark, who was a longtime writer and critic covering everything about TV for the morning news. He'll be there. And Neil Lemons from I Live in Dallas blog. So we're going to talk about how blogging has changed in the last 5 years. What are new blogging trends? Ways to monetize your blog, which that's what everybody wants to know about these days. And some of the kind of the new tips and tools. So it's going to be a really interesting discussion. We're all in different forms of blogging.
Good.
So I think there's gonna be a little something for everybody. But if you're interested in that, you can get more information on my Facebook page or my blog. That'll be on the 14th. And then lastly, Real Housewives of Dallas premieres on Monday at 9 o'clock.
So excited. What a buzz it's been, right?
I mean, I feel like I am 20 months pregnant. I'm so ready for this baby to be birthed. It's been
Look at Leanne. She's so beautiful.
This photo was from the cast party that was last week, where, you know, all of Dallas sort of got their first look at the girls and got to interview them. And it was such a fun night. But I'm just so excited for my friends. I think the show, I've seen the first 2 episodes.
You have?
Girl, is
it good?
It's juicy, and it kicks off with a bang right from the get-go.
Oh, my God. I cannot wait to see it. I hear that Leanne Locken is going to be like the beast. And, you know, I just love her to pieces.
There's a lot of national media outlets that are calling her the new Nene.
No, really?
Which is a huge compliment.
Yep, and, in reality TV,
she even says herself, she's the mouth of the South, and she's okay with that. So tune in. There's going to be a lot of fun and fashion and drama. It's going to be great. So if you're into that sort of programming, Real Housewives of Dallas, Monday, 9 p.m. on Bravo.
That's so
And
amazing.
afterwards, stay tuned. Watch What Happens Live with Andy Cohen. He will be interviewing Brandy Redmond, one of our housewives.
Okay, that's going to be good.
Yeah.
Congratulations to Leanne and all the girls on Real Housewives of Dallas. Our stations, everybody will be just watching. Don't you agree?
Absolutely.
It's going to be something huge for Dallas, and I've seen all the local media have just really buzzed in on it. So
yeah. So if you want the inside scoop on the cast and all the behind-the-scenes gossip, get it from the Dallas blogger who knows them best. OsoCynthia.com. Follow me. I'll be live tweeting the episode.
Oh, my gosh.
I'll be with Leanne and Tiffany the night of the show. We're going to be live tweeting and doing Facebook Live.
Periscoping,
all
of that.
All of it.
So they need to go into OsoCynthia.com so they can know where to find you night that it airs, right?
Yes.
I can't wait. I'll be watching for you. I promise you, because I know you're going to keep it real. And we're keeping it real. We'll be right back in a moment. And when we return, our Director of Operations, Erica Simon, will be here. And we're going to celebrate, again, the anniversary of Minnie's Food Pantry all month long, talking about some of our greatest moments. Please stay tuned.
Hey everybody, this is author and journalist Sofia Nelson here in Washington, D.C. And guess what? I watched the Cheryl Action Jackson show. And you know how I do it? On my Roku TV and my Dish Network. So make sure you're tuning in to watch my sister. She's doing amazing things in the world. She's feeding the hungry, and she's changing this world as we know it. Thank you.
Thank you so much. It's so good to be back here in Dallas. We just came back from Washington, D.C. We just returned from New York City, and what a phenomenal trip it was. Me and my staff and I, we had the opportunity to go out and open up the second location of Minnie's Food Pantry. And we opened it up in New York City at the Bronx High School, Regional High School, and it was very important. Principal Thomas told me to make sure I say that it's South Bronx in the Bronx Regional High School, because apparently that's one of the worst schools in the world as people see it. But what we experienced as a team was something just really, really phenomenal and life-changing for me. And so here with me is Erica Simon, our Director of Operations, and we're just going to talk about, hello, Erica.
Good morning.
Good morning. We're talking about the Bronx High School and expanding Minnie's Food Pantry and what that was like. I guess for me, looking into the kids' eyes and those students, it was so powerful. Thinking about, where we started 8 years ago, and then we were there on the exact 8-year anniversary date of us first starting. And but I'll let you speak about how you felt.
Yeah, I agree. It was just whenever we arrived at the school, the outside was kind of dreadful looking.
Yeah.
But whenever we walked in the doors, it felt like I was walking into Minnie's Food Pantry in Plano. They had literally had the red carpet rolled out.
Right.
They had the signage up, and it was so much love, and they embraced us. And not only the kids, but the staff and all the employees at the school as well. And the principal, being the leader of the school, he was really embracing what we do, who we are. And, we went there in our jeans and tennis shoes, ready to get to work.
Right.
And they had everything already set up.
Already done. It's like he was such a visionary, Principal Thomas, and we're going to get him on the line with one of the calls. He'll call in at the end of this month so we can talk to him live on the show. But it was just amazing because we didn't know really what to expect when you start trying to connect with young adults. These kids, the school is between 16 to 21 years old. So when you're trying to connect with young adults, if you have teenagers or young adults, you know what I'm talking about, especially those that feel misplaced. As they took us on a tour of the school and they showed us like some of the young adults, some of them are mothers and they have children that's in the school at the daycare, and so they're just going through life. But what I have to say is that they're trying to do better. They wouldn't be in school if they wasn't trying to do better.
Exactly.
So for them to be trying to do better and can't afford a meal.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly, Cheryl. Just their desire to want more. And one of the lady that we're working with, Miss Solomon, she said that she was ready to present us to the students. And so the day that we did the grand opening on April 1st, we had the opportunity to talk to the students that was going to be recipients of our food pantry. And whenever we walked through the doors, they lit up.
Yeah, they
It was just like a ray of sunshine. They lit up and they were all eager and just ready to hear what we had to say, because they couldn't believe that Plano girls from Plano, Texas was coming and really concerned about their well-being.
Right, right. And that just speaks to, I mean, yes, it's Eric and it's our team, but we also have to say thank you to you. You're our donors, you're our supporters, you're our volunteers. And without you, Minnie's Food Pantry would not have survived for 8 years. And for these kids to understand, when we began to speak, you know, the kids were just like, you know, I wasn't sure if we would connect. I mean, the message of feeding the hungry. But I looked out and I saw RJ was speaking, and I saw him connect with them first, and then I came behind him and I saw the girls crying. You know, you hear the sniffles and I'm like, wait a minute, you know, somebody gets this. Somebody gets this. And we started, you know, talking to them, and as we began to talk to them and started hearing their stories, it's amazing what food can do for kids.
Yeah, I'm so glad you said that, because whenever they realized we were there to feed them, they realized that need was going to be met. Yeah. And so they were able to freely tell us everything else that were going on in their lives. And I know that you and a young lady had a great connection, because she had just, you know, lost her mother, and you were able to uplift her, encourage her. And I know you were going through some stuff as well, because we're coming close to that anniversary, but you strengthened her and you let her know that everything was going to be okay. And as they walk and open up the doors and the red carpet, it was so overwhelming. I mean, it was a lot going on. It was emotional. And when we opened up the doors and they walked the red carpet and we were able to connect with them and help them go through and pick what food items they want, it's such a blessing. It really was.
And the hugs. I mean, those kids, every single one of them hugged us and thanked us for the food that they received. And again, I'm passing the same love to you, my viewers, to say thank you. You don't understand when you donate $5, if you donate $10, whatever the call is that you decide to do, whatever it is that you donate, you give it, but you are impacting people from all around the world and all different walks of life. And Erica, you're talking about the young lady, her name was Elsa. And Elsa lost her mom in December. And the counselor said, social worker said, we hadn't been able to connect with her. We wasn't sure what was going on.
She wasn't opening up.
No.
She wasn't. She was like shut down. Everything was shut down. And then after they heard your story, she had to bring her to you.
Yeah, she did. And that girl cried on my shoulders, and I told her that she was not going to be alone, that I had her. I think I had $40 in my pocket, and I gave her the $40 that I have. And you know what? That little $40 made that girl cry in tears. And so what I want to say to you is maybe you don't have $40, but if you do, donate $40 to help us continue to help these students like Elsa at minniesfoodpantry.org. We cannot do what we do without your support. We cannot be who we are without your financial support. And even coming on this station, we can't come on this station without the support, but someone has to be a voice. You know, I appeared on the Roland Martin show this week, and yesterday as a matter of fact, and it was amazing because so many people around the world started tweeting at me and texting me and saying what great work that you're doing. And while I'm thankful that they're saying it to me, I'm just the leader and the visionary, but there is a team, a mass army of Minnie's followers and a Minnie nation. You know, we've raised up a Minnie nation that says hunger is just not acceptable in our community, you know?
Absolutely. And I mean, it's just, I guess we couldn't imagine 8 years ago
We can't.
that we would be on this platform, being advocates for hunger and just showing people the way to do it, the right way to do it.
I totally
agree. With open arms and open hearts and just really embracing not only the need to feed, but their emotional needs as well.
There's a video that that RJ is a part of, and I'm going to let you watch this video so you can just kind of see what we do at Minnie's Food Pantry. I want you to understand it, understand where your donor dollars is coming to, and when we come back, we'll discuss it. But let's watch this video with RJ at Minnie's Food Pantry and some of our volunteers. It's amazing.
Awesome.
Well, my name is RJ Jackson. I'm with Minnie's Food Pantry, and I've been here since day one. What we look to do here is provide a place and along with an experience to where we can treat people the way that our family wanted to be treated when we were in need of help. This is my grandmother, Minnie, and we named it after her to honor her while she's still living so she can get the flowers while she still smells them. And she taught us the importance of giving and how much we're all connected to each other. And this is my mother when she was a child. And my grandmother, Minnie, had a hard time feeding her, and then my parents got married straight out of high school. And long story short, they worked 5 jobs collectively so they couldn't receive, or we couldn't receive food assistance because we weren't below poverty line. And you fast forward to today, and my grandfather passed away on Father's Day weekend, and it really killed my mother. And it was in a time where she was looking to find something to put her pain and her passion into, and she called me one day when I was working at Bank of America along with Erica Simon, who's our Director of Operations, and stated that she wanted to feed families in need. And something resonated within me so loudly to the point to where I knew I had to stop what I was doing and help her however I could. So I went and actually got the first families that we started feeding. And our motto was, if you can't feed 100 people, then feed just one. And year to date, we've almost fed 200,000 people in about 6.5 years. So it's incredible to think that a simple idea that was centered around love, respect, and just being genuine and treating people in a certain manner, not demeaning them because they were in need of something, because I feel as though we're all in need of something. It's just, it fluctuates, and so everybody deserves a meal, and it doesn't matter what religion or what background you are. We just wanted to be treated with respect, and my mother remembered how painful that experience was when she went to the food pantry. So now we translate that pain into power, essentially, and we take that power and we infuse the community with it, and they support us tremendously. Corporations support us tremendously, and all we look to do is leave a smile on the faces of the people that come along our path, because this is much bigger than us. It's much bigger than the food. It's really about love, and it's really about unity. And so when you can unite people for the same common purpose, even if you fight for the same cause, it doesn't mean that you have to be joined together. It doesn't mean that you have to love and respect one another, but when you unite, there's a whole different concept. Now we're coming together. Now we're on the same page. Now we're on one accord. And when you can do that, it influences way more people than I can put into words, because the lives that we've been able to impact as well with the community support has been, it's been phenomenal. It's been breathtaking. It's been life-changing to see the tears that come from grown men a lot of times. Just all different types of random people. Grown men will come up here and they'll receive a box of food and they'll tell you that they love you because they didn't know how they were going to feed their children. So it's very hard to put into words what something of this magnitude means. But I know that from day one, we were just looking to encourage people and uplift them in a time where they desperately need it. So people like to think that they come here for food, but we also know within our hearts what we're doing, and we're giving of ourselves. And so to be able to teach and duplicate that throughout the community and throughout your peers and loved ones is a very incredible feat. And I'm just very proud of my mother. I'm very proud of our team. I'm very proud of this community, Plano, Collin County, and the surrounding cities, the companies that support us, the children that come up here and give their all, the schools that do the food drives. Everybody comes together at the end of the day to make something so beautiful happen. It's creating a community of people that believe in one another and support one another. And whenever you can do that, then there's not a price that you can put on that. So we are a nonprofit, but we profit in every way, shape, and form possible. But first and foremost, we profit in our character. And so does everybody else from being a part of this. It's a tremendous blessing, because I walked away from Bank of America to support my mother in her endeavors, ensure her success. And I was actually named after her father. Robert, when he was alive, he helped support Minnie. He helped a lot of people, and he was an incredible person.
Give If you can't feed 100 people, feed just one. If you can't feed 100 people, feed just one. If you can't feed 100 people, feed just one. Erica, I want to let you speak to that. I'm almost speechless.
I know, me too. I mean, RJ, he's just such a dynamic person and such a great asset to our team. And I mean, that video encompasses all that Minnie's Food Pantry is, all that we do, and how he stated that, you know, something that was birthed out of your pain that is feeding so many people around, not just in Plano, but around the world. And I mean, we're nationally known. And to be in New York and just to have so many different organizations and corporations that support us, it was amazing. I remember us when we started, you know, we were unloading boxes manually. We prayed and we asked God. We was like, please send us some people. And now, you know, we have over 8,000 volunteers in our database who's just eager to come in and just help. We have a community that embraces Minnie's Food Pantry and everything that we do. And I mean, not just in Plano, but in New York and in the other places that I'm not going to mention that wants us to be there. So it's so much more to come.
Yeah, and that's very important for us to let you know that there are probably 8 other schools that say they desperately need our help, and that's like immediately. That's nobody that we're going after. They're coming to us and saying, can you raise the money to help us feed the children? We talk to the teachers, and the teachers are using their funds so that they can give these kids, because a hungry kid can't eat. They can't eat. Of course, they can't eat if they don't have food, but they also can't learn.
That's right.
And so if you can help, if you can donate to minniesfoodpantry.org, or be a voice and go to your corporation and ask them, can you adopt a school? You can email Erica, or you can go onto our website and get more information, but find out ways that you can help us help these students. It hurts my heart. I remember being in school, and we would have fruit breaks, and I would look across and watch my friends eat the fruit while I sat there. So it was 15 minutes, literally, of me watching someone else eat a meal, and while the school thought, let's have these fruit breaks, and these are great ideas to make sure these kids are eating a little bit before they go to lunch. For me, and probably for other kids that were like me, we watched other kids who were able to have the fruit break eat fruit. And I remember my friend Amy Long, her mother was a teacher, and Amy Long would give me she had the best fruit. She had grapes and she had pomegranate, and I would just sit and I would try after we came back from recess to go and sit by Amy, because I knew if I sat by Amy, Amy would share with me.
Wow.
And so she shared her fruit whenever I sat next to her, and I was just like, wow, she's the most awesome person in the world, you know. But we are going to have the ability to give these kids, you know, food all the time, and we can't do it without your support. So please log on to minniesfoodpantry.org and donate something, or call our office and let them know that you want to be a part. Ask for Erica Simon, or you can ask for myself, Cheryl Jackson, but we just want to be a part. And there's something else I want you to see. We just came back from New York City, and we had Luggage. I want you to see how they use Luggage at Minnie's Food Pantry. It'll blow your mind. Really.
When we're at Minnie's Food Pantry, we see all type of things come in for transportation. And when you normally see a luggage, you see luggage and you think somebody's about to go on a family trip. Somebody's about to have a lot of fun. But not so. At Minnie's Food Pantry, when we see luggage, we know that families are bringing this luggage in to help them transport food, probably from Dallas, probably from Plano. They're coming from everywhere with luggage just to put food in, so it's a means of transportation. So when you see luggage, don't always think that someone's going on a trip to their best vacation. And if you're blessed enough that you are able to go on a trip, then may I ask that you pass some of the blessings so that someone that takes the next trip with their luggage to Minnie's Food Pantry will be able to fill it with healthy, nutritious food. Cheryl Jackson, we're at Minnie's Food Pantry, and I'm just showing you what people are using just to get something as simple as their next meal.
If you can't feed 100 people, feed just one. If you can't feed 100 people, feed just one. If you can't feed 100 people, feed just one. One of the things that I don't want you to feel is I don't want you to feel guilty. It's a Saturday morning, it's a beautiful day, and I'm sure you're about to get up and have your breakfast and take your kids out and play. So this show is not about making you feel guilty. This show is about bringing awareness and motivating you to join the Minnie Nation to help people. As you can see, when we feed the hungry, we're just doing it in a super special way. And I want you to join the team. So if you're in bed and you're having breakfast in bed, that's a phenomenal thing. I celebrate you. All I'm asking is that you help us make sure other people can have breakfast in bed.
That's right.
If that's what they want. Wouldn't you certainly agree?
I would agree. And actually, I have, on a positive note, an update on our luggage.
Okay.
So there's this volunteer group called the Vant Group.
Okay.
And Alex is the leader. He came into our office and he was like, I've seen this. You have to understand, we give our clients close to 100 pounds of food.
Which is a lot.
It's a lot. So instead of them having, you know, several bags they have to carry, the suitcases make it a lot easier for them to transport.
They're traveling from Dallas
transport it on the bus and to the station. Well, today, him and his group came in with 30 luggages.
Oh, yeah. I didn't know that.
Yes,
That's
I know.
awesome.
It's an awesome surprise.
Oh, yes.
So they came in and they donated 30 luggages.
Yes.
We're going to have photos, and Alex is going to come on the show and just tell us, you know, how he felt whenever he was helping people pack up those bags or whatever. So that's just an example of how the community comes together. They see, identify the need, and they take action. And that's what he did. He took action. And so we'll have photos and Alex on our next show or this month or whatever, just to explain what they did and admonish, you know, other corporations and companies to do it. I was so excited.
Yeah, I can't wait. I can't wait. And that's why we're doing the show. That's why we're doing the show. Not to make you feel guilty, but to just let you understand that there's a need in the city of Plano and surrounding areas. There are people who are hungry. There's nothing wrong with that, because it started because I was hungry. That's why we started Minnie's Food Pantry and doing food, because I couldn't feed my own kids. And so there's nothing wrong with someone being hungry. What's wrong is when we as individuals don't unite together to make sure that our neighbors don't stay that way. And so whatever it is that you can do to help, just like Alex that did the 30 luggages.
I got to give a shout out to Alex.
He'll come on the show.
Yes.
He'll talk about it. And so perhaps you're one of the people who've always wanted to be on TV, but maybe you didn't know how you could get on it. This is the way you get on it. Do something great for somebody and let us celebrate you. We'll bring you on the show. Donate a minimum of $500 and your company can appear on the Minnie's Food Pantry show and tell us why you're doing it. Is that right, Erica?
That's right. Yeah, you could join the club. We have a $500 club.
Yeah, 5 for 5. So
of course, that's always perks when you're in the club, but
that's right.
You know, you'll get the opportunity to be on our show, and you get first, you know, dibs at all of our huge events that we have going on.
Absolutely.
So it's exciting.
It is so exciting. And then we're going to be talking about Mother's Day is coming up, and so we want to do a Mother's Day giveaway. My mother always told me about giving back and celebrating mothers. And so in the spirit of Miss Minnie, my mom, we will be doing a Mother's Day giveaway, and I will tell you all about it next week on the show. And it's very simple to do, but it's some great prizes. And so this is Dr. Cheryl Action Jackson saying, wake up! It's a beautiful day, and thank you for joining the Cheryl Action Jackson Show. I'll see you next week.
See, I won't change.